What is your advice for veterans looking at getting in this industry?
So, first and foremost is the fact that energy is much more diverse of a field in general than you think
Hmm.
it is. So, I think the first instinct is, well, I'm not an engineer or I don't have a direct professional experience that totally makes sense to go work at a utility. You're completely missing the boat here. Like, where the value is that you can provide. And so I think there's a common misunderstanding there about what makes you as a vet well suited to work in this industry. And so I think the first piece of advice I would give is give yourself a little credit and understand that when we talk about things like organizational dynamics, when we talk about flexibility and adaptability, and frankly, a changing operating environment, when we look at the unique nature of what's happening from a security standpoint, a cyber standpoint, a physical security standpoint, an infrastructure standpoint, economics and investment, if you look at that full range of things that falls under that big, big umbrella of
Hmm.
energy, I guarantee what you know, your experience, what your skills are applicable within that. It's there. So it's not a question of, can I do this? It's what aspect of this can I directly contribute to?
Right.
And that's the volume game of what you do about making those introductions and saying, oh, yeah, actually, that does make sense. This is an area that I can have an impact.
Yeah, we're trying to educate people so they just have like some situational awareness of the battlefield, and then
Yep,
they can figure out where they want to play. Right.
absolutely.
I should be
Absolutely.
in mortars. I should be in infantry. I should be in S1. I should be in the rear with the gear. I mean, whatever, man. Like, whatever floats your boat. Like, we need more. We need quality talent with leadership skills.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's exposure to that is the hard part because it feels like I don't know what the initial point of entry is to it. And I think when we talk about the work that you guys focus on and that I do a lot of on the national security side, you've already got the hardest part in place, which is you know more than you think you know about national security. So adapting it to the energy space, frankly, in a lot of ways is easier than the other way around. I think trying to convince pure like engineers or electrical engineers or people that work on the industry side about how this affects national security or interacts with national security in a lot of ways is harder. And so I think it's that level of exposure. And the Army, I thought, there was a reason why they showed you a little bit of everything. This is what
Hmm.
artillery looks like, and this is what mortars look like, and this is what tanks look like, and here's helicopters, and here's what the personnel process looks like, and this is what finance does, and here's Army medical. They give you glimpses of all these different things. The hard part is finding that equivalent on the transition into energy, saying, I can give you just a glimpse of all of these different disciplines and skill sets that are relevant within the larger sphere of energy.